then Bailey goes to talk to Jeremy, and the conversation.
Jeremy.
I mean, he's the star of the show. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this episode of BachMakers. Make sure to
Like
comment
and subscribe.
Thanks for watching. Keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to BachMakers, your girlfriend's favorite podcast, presented by Good Time Media. That feels weird saying with Charlotte here, to be honest. I don't think we've ever used that intro. I'm Wyatt, that's Michael, that's Charlotte. Today we're talking about Bachelor in Paradise, week 2, 2 episodes, Monday and Tuesday. A lot to get to. This is I think we fully settled into the new Paradise, what this is going to look like moving forward. Michael, how do we feel about it?
I like it. I'm here. I'm here for the full production, the full movie-esque scenes, cuts, editing. There's a lot and it's different, but it's fine. You know, if they went full old Paradise, full, Jersey Shore, not cutthroat, but like, I don't know, trashy like that, I would have been okay with that too. But you know what? I'm okay with the high budget.
Yeah. And Charlotte, they brought back your promo and the little name tag things that I know you were missing dearly. So how are we feeling?
I was trying to go into this episode with a better outlook because if I keep being annoyed at it, then I'm only hurting myself. So I was just positive, and I was like, you know what? Like, beggars can't be choosers. Like, I should just be happy that I'm being entertained.
That's growth right there. That's personal growth.
That was great. I'm
the
so
attitude, the mindset shift.
Yeah.
We're so proud of you.
We're very proud. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, like enough.
Okay.
Yeah, like kind of.
Maybe. I was happy that I like the intros, the intro package with like the little zoom up and they're all on the same beach and they come up. I think it's very well done actually, and it's very fun. Yeah. And you have a newer version. They don't forget their roots. They're still playing the Almost Paradise song, but it's a little different. Edited.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with because, like, hey, this is a new version of Paradise. You can't play the old song again because then people will just start thinking about old Paradise. This is new Paradise.
Fair. Well, I was thinking about it. I actually paused and watched season 6's intro just to be like, oh, like I missed that. And then I stopped and then I kept going with the episode.
So you've done a really good job of closing the yearbook, those seasons. Clearly, it's not bothering you. But yeah, no, this is the new Paradise. I'm very much enjoying it. You can feel the heavy hand of production. And again, I don't think it's a negative way. They're trying things. There are a few scenes and a few like moments during tonight's episode specifically where I was like, this is something you wouldn't get in normal Paradise. And the way it was shot was very, very fun. So we'll get into that once we get to that scene. But where do we want to start? Yesterday's episode started with the arrival of 2 of Grant's gals. Yep. We have Allie Joe, our little kickboxing or just boxing instructor from down south, and Parisa, our Charlotte's girl. Well, that was the one girl you had during the season. Oh, what
the only member of Charlotte's franchise.
Yep. Legacy. She carries on Charlotte's legacy
by dating Brian.
That's yeah. We could just jump right into that. What do we want to? What do we need to say to Parisa? Come on. Why are we fighting over Brian? I'm
just like I don't know. I don't have words. I'm like, oh, like at least you're happy.
Is she?
She seems happy.
She seems okay. She always seems happy. She's just a bubbly, fun person, and I don't want Brian to ruin that. And I'm a little worried he might. But those who show...
I'm sorry, he's such a loser. Ever since he walked up to Jeremy and Jen in that car, they were both losers in that moment. But like at least Jeremy had a redemption arc because he made it farther in the season. Like Brian like came a loser and left a loser. And now he's in Paradise a loser. So
it's very eloquently put there. Allie Joe. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like Parisa's kind of just using Brian for a rose, and will definitely dump him if another guy comes available. Because I don't think girls are gonna be coming in to Paradise, like wanting to hit on Brian. Yeah, I mean that in the nicest way possible, but like people aren't gonna be coming in like, oh my, Alicia's not gonna come in next week or in 2 weeks and be like, Brian's the one I want to talk to.
Yeah. You
Like,
think
no,
Princess Leia's gonna walk down those stairs or walk on the beach and be like, you know what? I need some Brian.
yeah,
Wait, in no world would those
no,
two
no.
like ever have a
Oh
conversation.
my
I
gosh.
But
Never.
but future guys could want Parisa,
Yes,
definitely. So
100%. So before they really go on, was this before the dates they do the kissing booth challenge, or was it after the dates? I think it was before.
it's before the day. It's just during the
Yeah.
day.
So they do the kissing booth challenge, which is the first challenge that they do that is something that I don't think they would have done on Old Paradise. This doesn't feel like an Old Paradise challenge. So we do that, and basically they get their own or island Twitter, and they can, or not Twitter, Tinder, and they can swipe left or right on all the gals or the guys and be like, I want to make out with you. I want to make out with you. I don't want to make out with you.
That's a perfect notification, though. It's like,
Yeah, there. Apparently, Charlotte says she's frozen, but we can very much see her, which is very funny.
yeah, that's
You're
hilarious.
not frozen for us.
Don't tell her.
So
Shh, don't tell her. Can she hear us? Shh, don't
yeah,
tell
she can hear us too. So like you're acting like you're frozen. You're literally not frozen for us. So
Oh my
that's
god, why does Charlotte look like that? Gaslight, gaslight, gaslight.
yeah. All right, kissing booth challenge though. Well, Charlotte maybe can figure that out. I don't know.
I didn't like it. It
You
seemed
didn't
like
like
a
it?
way to force. I like the idea of it, and obviously I don't want to keep doing this, but I'm gonna compare it to Love Island just because it's fresh in our minds. I'm gonna
Yeah.
compare it. I hate to do it, but I'm going to do it. A similar thing happened on day 2 of Love Island when they were sitting down, they were blindfolded, and they kissed. I would have much rather seen a little like something like that. You get more drama that way. Doing the whole swipe left, swipe right. One, you don't know who everybody swiped right on. You only really know who the girls swipe right on because the guys realistically swipe right on everybody. Everybody.
Yeah.
At least 90% of the people. Maybe Spencer and, other people kind of just.
Why would you not though? Why would you not just swipe right on everybody to see who matches with you?
If there's no punishment of people finding out
Yeah.
how many people you swiped right, unless you're Jeremy, you're going to openly say, I swiped right on 4 people, and then only one person kissed him. Hilarious, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
Jeremy.
You set yourself up for that one.
I love you. I love you, Jeremy. We got to shut up for like 2 seconds. He's talking. He's playing his hand too much, or he's showing his hand too much. Where it's like he's talking about FaceTiming Susie. He's talking about I swiped up on everyone, and I appreciate the honesty. It's great TV, but for
they're
your
gonna-
sake,
They're going to use that. They're going to use
that will be used against you. So we gotta keep it tight, keep it close to the chest a little bit more. All right, just for future gameplay, we need to do a little bit better.
I don't think Jeremy gives a fuck about gameplay. I think he actually kind of wants to be the villain of the season in a little bit. Whether it's not like, not obviously like an asshole villain, but just like a messy villain. It's reality TV.
Yeah, no,
Why not?
he's been doing great. To be honest, I think people are starting to love Jeremy, and as much as we have, and we're the OG. I'm worried Jeremy's gonna forget us. Like we're the OG Jeremy lovers, and now he's gonna get a little fan base from Paradise, and yeah, not excited about that.
Yeah. But back to the kissing date. I also just didn't like the setup in terms of it was just like a weird tent. And then you walked in and then like it's just like, oh, what do we do now? Oh, okay.
It is
You know?
awkward. Yeah.
That's just like a weird you feel that third party awkwardness from it too. So didn't love that.
The thing is, you still have to initiate the kiss after meeting. So there's that little moment of like, oh, do we just like not say a word and we just kiss, or do we
Yeah.
talk and then? I don't know. It's just that was a little bit awkward. And then who else? So we had who all kissed there? Dale and Alex.
This is gonna be impossible.
Yeah, you're right. We can't go through them all. But any surprises there?
Jonathan wanted to kiss the whole cast. He was just like,
kind of did.
Yeah, he kissed a lot of them. Jeremy also wanted to kiss the whole class and just kiss Bailey.
Yeah.
Nothing really like there wasn't any crazy drama from the kisses. It was, and they got some close up shots, some weird like really close shots of kissing, and then you got like the funny little bit of the producer guy that they're trying to make a actual
Yeah,
character. Cool.
yeah. Let's talk about him. Let's talk about him. Um, yeah. Why is he becoming a thing?
I mean, it's
Who is this guy?
cool. We were adding a little new piece, but if you're gonna do that, go all the way in. Give him a confessional or two,
Yeah,
and like give him a name. Did we even
yeah.
know his name? Like, do if you're gonna go in with this bit, especially with like with a cat and the whole like intro package, he does his little bit with cat. Go in. I think Charlotte is frozen now, or she's actually being really still.
No, she is frozen now.
Okay.
I've muted her. This guy, I like him. If we're gonna do this bit, let's keep one upping it. Let's have him in the background. Let's have him just showing up and just like,
Some facial reactions. Some
yeah.
like, even though I think is he a boom guy or is he a cameraman? I think he's an actual cameraman. I
I
think they
don't think
showed a clip where he
I don't think
was.
he's any of them. I think he's
I think
just
he's actually a paid actor.
no. I think he's a producer who's just like there to like monitor things. So he's like keeping the show going a little bit. Like, because they have producers there who are just like talking to them throughout. I think he was maybe one of those guys, or maybe he's a paid actor who they brought on for
That'd be
a
so
couple
funny.
scenes, which
That'd
would
be
be
so funny.
a waste of money at that point. Like, don't need to pay that guy.
Speaking of
Uh,
wasting money, again, let's talk about Hannah Brown. She wasn't even in this episode at all today. What
she
is
was
the point of announcing this giant announcement? Hannah Brown, Hannah Brown, Hannah Brown. She said like 3 sentences total. What's
why? What is Hannah doing here? Don't tease us and announce her, and then be like, where she's gonna show up less than Wells.
Wells? Yeah, yeah. And just
Uh,
that's no hate to Wells. He's
yeah.
he's a funny guy and he's been around the block a million times. Wells has had a lot of confessionals. Hannah
What's
Brown
the
hasn't had one.
Champagne Lounge? What is it? We're 3 episodes in. Do
Maybe
we
they
know what that is?
Yeah, do they think that like people are actually by announcing Champagne Lounge, they're really trying to I don't care that much about the Champagne Lounge, but like just just get into it already.
Yeah, like what is it? Like,
It's
you
not
can't announce Hannah Brown Champagne Lounge and we're what 9 no 8 hours into this thing and we
we're
have no idea.
at 8 days of real time.
Yeah,
Who cares? Like honestly, who cares about the Champagne Lounge? I don't.
yeah. It feels like they might have scrapped it. I
Yeah,
don't know how.
I don't know. Well, hopefully we see more of Hannah. If not, it doesn't really matter. Like no offense, doesn't matter though.
Yeah.
Doesn't really do it. Needs to do anything to be honest. Like
So
Jesse's job is pretty relevant. But
kiss,
later on, yeah, kissing booth.
Kissing booth. Nothing really came from that. I'm okay with the challenge. I liked it, but I understand your qualms. Two dates that happen out of this: the new arrivals. Allie Joe takes Jonathan out, which she
Yeah,
was leaning towards potentially Dale too. Um, but chose
yeah,
Jonathan, and then Parisa took Brian away from Zoe, which Zoe thought was a disrespectful move. Zoe,
so
love your girl. Just foot off the gas a little bit. And one thing, and I'm fast forwarding a little bit because we know how this writing on the wall with Zoe and Brian. She would when she left. I mean, I'm skipping ahead to when Zoe left. Unfortunately, bye bye Zoe. But she was like bye to all the good guys, and then like not to Brian. It's like when you showed up day one, you had your choice of
yeah,
all these guys.
and you chose Brian.
You
You
chose
chose
so
Brian.
like again. I love Zoe. She's came around. She's come around. I've come around on her.
She's came.
No one has came. But
I'm
um,
gonna come.
I
So,
I have come to enjoy Zoe's presence on my screen and social media because she calls it like it is, and
mhm.
she put out a just unbelievable proclamation on Grant a couple weeks ago, which was crazy.
Yeah,
But Zoe, sometimes we gotta look in the mirror a little bit. You had your choice of all those guys, and you chose Brian.
yeah.
So we can't be choosing Brian. No more choosing Brian's. All right, Zoe, that's my mission to you. We're done choosing Brian's for the rest of our lives. We're gonna move on. We're gonna choose the good guys.
Mhm. Yeah, she kind of like day one when Parisa initially stole Brian. Or not day one, Monday. She
Yeah.
was like, "Don't take my man. That's my man." And then she like switched up pretty quick. Like
Yeah.
Zoe, I like Zoe. She's got a very specific sense of humor that's like very dry, and I think a lot of people like take that as like not humor, and they take it another way,
Hmm.
um, which I think which sucks obviously, but I don't know. I think Zoe just I don't know. She came from Grand Season and obviously had like the villain edit at least for a few episodes right of Grand Season, and then you say some things in confessionals and some things to Brian where you're probably gonna get kind of a villain edit again. Like I feel like you I thought you were gonna use Paradise as like more of a redemption arc, but
Hmm.
it kind of was a little bit of the same. But at the same time, she stood on business, and I appreciate her for that.
Uh-huh.
So
We do love that. Um, and then we have two new arrivals from that episode. We have Jill, who comes in fresh from two paradises ago, with no strings attached to anyone on this island, just kind of a fresh face for everyone. And Jill is a like another very charismatic, very unique human being who is perfect for paradise. Where you have the confessionals, those producers have to love bringing her into confessionals because she's going to put on a show every single time she steps in front of that camera, and she'll just do things that just like it's like a stand-up comic just who's like trying to catch you off guard. You're like, don't let them know your next move. You never know what Jill's gonna pull out. It's very exciting to watch. And sometimes it's hard to watch.
yeah,
There's a few times it's
uh-huh.
you're like, just don't do that. She kept doing the like nibble that.
The rat thing, like it's literally her. Is that her
Yeah.
thing? Like I'm not that familiar with what season was she on? She was on Zach's, or was
She was
she
on
on Matt
Clayton.
Jane?
Clayton.
Clayton. Okay. Well, like, I don't remember too much. Was that like her thing from Last Paradise? Was this little rat face? Why did she did it like 3 times this
She did
episode?
3 times. 3 times is too many times. I would say 2 times might be too many times. 1 time, that's enough time.
Barely enough time. Like
Barely enough times.
I was done with it after halfway through the first time. To be honest, I
Yeah.
that was she's funny.
Hmm.
Maybe a bit too much. Maybe a bit too much. But maybe the
Again,
producers were spamming her because
you pointed this out. Oh, sorry, if Hakeem was still there,
mhm,
oh,
I think
like
they'd been a perfect match.
they might be married today if Hakeem was still there.
It would be a very loud and very interesting couple. Very
Oh,
dynamic.
incredible.
Dynamic. Like
I would
a
love
complete
those two.
opposite spectrum of what you got with like Jess and Spencer right now. And
Hmm.
even Kat and Dale. Kat, no Hurricane Kat this year.
Yet,
Not yet. But
looks like it might be a storm. Might be a brewing.
good. Good.
Good.
Because there has been storms brewing every single night in Costa Rica. You're just
Yeah,
gonna pick a place and pick a time of year where it's just gonna rain every damn day.
every day,
And then
every day.
still have rose ceremonies outside. I think those rose ceremonies are literally at like 2 a.m.
Probably they
That's my
usually do them
prediction.
pretty late. Um, so yeah, Jill shows up, and also not far behind her, amidst Lexi and Justin are having this conversation about, hey, Lexi says, very, I'm still struggling with the fact that you and Susie broke up so recently, and like maybe we should like slow down and go at a different pace because I don't want to just like fully close off and while I'm still having these reservations. And then boom, 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 down the steps, Susie comes. Susie shows up. Now, let's be honest. Justin and Susie both knew that they were going to paradise, and they knew each other were going to paradise. They had to have. There's no way this is a shock to Justin. Justin wasn't like overly shocked to see him or to see her, and Susie wasn't like, "Whoa, what are you doing here? Did someone die?
But
You
bro,
don't hear that?
we in Chirac. That's
Stop!
like music to my not music to my ears, but no,
Just
that's
another day
just
at the office."
another day at the
Um,
office.
so they knew this moment was coming. Like they had to have. They just didn't know when, and that's why I don't feel like too bad for Justin. Here's the thing about Justin. I want to talk about him because this is like a trend for him. He always has like two different personalities. You watch him talking to Jill, he's like the most goofy, fun, like energetic guy. And then as soon as he's talking to someone he's interested in, he tries to
Serious.
like so cool, suave, like chill. And I'm like, Justin, like it just feels like he I don't know. There's two different sides to him where and he seems to self-sabotage a lot. He did this a little bit, if I
Like
remember correctly.
the whole Monday episode, that was a
Yeah.
self sabotage.
Yeah, the entire Monday episode, but I think the last Paradise he did something similar with like Eliza, and it's just he seems to get in his own way a lot. And that definitely happened this time. He's talking with Lexi,
Hmm.
Susie comes in, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Oh man, you guys dated. That's crazy."
Yeah, and while we're on that love triangle, let's just see this love triangle through, right?
Mhm.
Because later on in the night, before the rose ceremony, Justin kind of, reassured. I think like Justin reassured Susie, not Susie. Justin reassured. Oh my god, what's her name? Oh my god, Lexi. Like a lot, like saying I like you and this and that, and then outside they kissed and everything, and I was like, all right, GG's. Like he's picking Lexi. How can you not pick Lexi after you say those things? You kiss her, you reassure her that like I like you, it's you. And then the rose ceremony happens. He doesn't pick her. I feel so bad for Lexi. I
Yeah.
feel so bad for Lexi because obviously we know how her time ended on Joey's season. Sad, very
Mhm.
sad. It was a self elim, which I guess this is also not technically a self elim, but kind of like half self elim.
Yeah.
But like she put herself back out there, kind of like quickly went on to Justin, and then in that conversation that Justin and Lexi had, it was kind of like, "You're not letting me explore the people." Oh, who said I'm not letting you explore the people? Like they thought they were closed off, but I don't think it was like that. But I just don't think they were interested in anybody else that was there at the
No.
time, besides the other person. And then she's just gone like that, and her time,
Lexi, she
very
was
short.
right. She was right the whole time.
Her intuition was great.
Yeah.
A
Which
woman's
has to
intuition,
she always knows. I is
queen.
I felt bad for her because she was trying to be like, hey, this is gonna come up. We know this is gonna come up. Let's backtrack a little bit. And he was like, no, no, no. So she didn't really explore other options. Not that I think she would have at that point, but yeah, it's gotta suck knowing like, hey, I was right the entire time and I still left empty handed.
Yeah. Do we think that the producers maybe were waiting a week or two to bring in Susie, but then after kind of hearing these conversations that Lexi and Justin were having, it was
Yes.
maybe like a let's bring her in now, kind of
Mm,
speed this thing up, and then it kind of blew up. But I feel like it could have been a thing where they wait 1 or 2 weeks, and not 1 or 2 weeks, but like 2 or 3 days IRL,
mhm.
and Justin and Lexi get kind of closer together, and then boom, that's when you bring in the bomb.
Because there's no way they wanted Lexi to leave this early.
Yeah,
Like, and I think they were hoping. I mean, if Lexi wanted to stay, she would have stayed. She would have got that rose that went to Jill. If
yeah,
Lexi like stood there, they would have told Justin like, "Hey, you got to give to Lexi."
yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh crap, we got to give to Jill now," because yeah. So Lexi, at that point, was like, "I'm just over it."
Because
Like,
I don't think the producers saw that we were gonna get a total of only one episode from Susie, and
mhm.
Justin was only here for 2 episodes, and Lexi was only here for 2 episodes.
Yeah,
So I
those
think
are
they were
three
like,
big
"Dang,
hitters.
like those are three big names that are having very quick times," and not to mention that Jonathan is a big name that could not be having too much time on Paradise. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
So the only other thing before the rose ceremony I want to talk about because it's going to come up in the next episode, Susie and Jeremy go on a little date. So Jeremy makes it pretty clear as soon as Susie comes in, hey, you were someone I was interested in. Pulls her for a little chat and lets her know, be like, hey, glad you're here.
I don't know.
So she obviously can't take her ex-boyfriend on this date. So she's like, the only other guy that talked to me right now, Jeremy, let's go on this date. And things kind of go well.
Yeah.
Jeremy does his thing, gets a little smoochy smooch, and that comes back up
Mm-hmm.
later. very quickly, actually. So Jeremy has a little bit of decision at the rose ceremony. He's like, I like this Susie girl. I wanted her to be here. Bailey has surprised me. I've been with Bailey the whole time. He ends up choosing Bailey, which he later says he is maybe reconsidering.
Yeah.
But he ends up choosing Bailey, and then everyone else chooses who you think they'd choose. There's no surprises. Alex and Jonathan are fine at this point. Jess and Spencer, Brian and Parisa. Who else?
Cat and Dale.
And is that it?
Jonathan and Alex at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, so then the only kind of up in the air one would be Justin. And he says Susie. He says Susie so quick too. He didn't even like pause and think about it. He just grabbed it. He's like, Susie. And it was like, whoa.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling something was going to happen when Justin went last. Because I thought it was going to be Loki Jeremy being last. Because there was more of that like unsureness with Bailey versus Susie. But once Jeremy wasn't last and he was like second or third, I was like, okay, well, he's obviously not going to pick Susie there. And then Justin picking Susie. I mean, I don't blame him. The thing is, I get where Justin's coming from. Being like, that's my ex. I still have a lot of love for her, and I want her to. It was kind of like a friendship rose at that point, even though they're exes, so it's a little bit weird. But still, he wants her to like have that rose, to be in here to spend time and find her person, and he always gonna have her back, whatever. But I also get Susie being like, no, dude, like what?
Yeah,
I feel so bad. Like, you can't do this. Like, you have a connection with Lexi. Like, Lexi's cool as hell. Like, I'm okay to leave. Like, it doesn't work. Whatever. Like, that's fine. And then Lexi's also there. Like, well, screw me, I guess. Yeah, it's fuck me, I guess. Like, let me just go pack my fucking bags. I'm not even going to stay to figure out if I'm going to somehow get a pity rose. Yeah. And then the pity rose.
Yeah, the pity rose.
Insane. How Jesse, which one makes sense that Justin's going to give it to Jill, or tells Jesse to give it to Jill because they're friends, and then Jesse gives it to Jill, and then Jill's like, no, I don't want it.
I'm good.
What's the point of coming on Paradise if you're not going to accept a rose? You're going to take Jonathan on a friend date, which we wouldn't even talk about that part of which we don't really need to. That was irrelevant. That was a friend Twister game, which did make me want to play Twister. I won't lie. When I saw that date, I was like, that's kind of Riz. Like, I need to get Twisted. Like, that could be my
that's gonna be your move. Hey girl,
yeah, when I come back to my place to play Twister.
She walks into your apartment. She's like, "Is that a Twister board? Oh shit, I must have left that out. That's crazy."
Yo, is that carpet a game of Twister? That's crazy.
Oh man, I must have left this out. I was playing with my roommates. We're a big.
We were practicing. That's like when Joey and Friends is like, you want to play practice for your poker to Chandler.
And you hand write the little like objectives. You're like, kiss a body part. And it's hand.
Whoa! I didn't know this Twister game was 18 plus.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that rose ceremony happens. We end on the cliffhanger because Justin storms out and Susie kind of goes after him, and that brings us to tonight's episode. Or last night's episode for those watching this. Justin goes to his room. Jesse has a little heart to heart. It's like, dude, I'm so I love how he said, oh, I'm so sorry it went down like this. It's like, Jesse, you brought in Susie. I know you didn't specifically, but like production brought in Susie. This is exactly what you wanted to happen. So no, you're not sorry that this happened.
He's sorry that Susie said no, and it like caused this thing.
Yeah.
Because what if Susie was just like, yeah, and then
Jeremy's the happiest man in the planet.
Oh yeah, I bet when Jesse was like, "We're gonna still give this rose out," Jeremy's under his breath saying like, "Please, Susie." Which we were talking about this on the live stream, which we're kind of still at the rose ceremony. Let's talk about it. There needs to be a better way of going about that final rose, because Justin giving like a friendship rose, like last shot to Jill, and he tells Jesse he doesn't even go back out there to say himself. Kind of weird, right? There's a better way to do it. I hate to pick from Love Island, but like have the guys come together as a group and decide on one girl they want to give it to and save,
Hmm.
whether that's Zoe, whether that's Allie Joe, whether that's Jill, or whether that's Susie.
Hmm.
Why don't they do that? Or I don't know, or have a new guy walk in because you have him on ready, you have him on call, right? You tell Shawn to walk in right now and be like, you have a rose to give out. Give it out to one of these four people without a rose.
Yeah,
Why
no, it's
not?
that's the two big changes. Two of our better ideas that we've had. I think there should be a group rose.
I've had a lot of good ideas.
Yeah. Well, I think there should be a group rose every single rose ceremony for Paradise. I think at the very
That's
end,
too much.
no, because we're sending home too many people.
Yeah.
We really are. I mean, think about it. These last 2 days, we lost Zoe, we lost Allie Joe, we lost um,
Susie,
Susie,
Justin,
Justin, and Lexi.
Lexi.
Am I missing anyone? I don't think so.
No.
Like, those are a lot of people we would love to see more of.
And then
So
not to mention we lost four guys night one, right? Four?
yeah, so there should at least be a version of, hey, we have like one friendship rose or one person we want to get together and be like, hey, you deserve to stick around. You got the short end of the stick. Something happened. You deserve to still be here because I don't love everyone being in a pretty not secure couple, but like a decent couple at the start of every episode. There's like nothing up in the air. Like I want a few more free agents in
Yeah.
the pond where they're like mixing it up a little bit. That'll cause more chaos. That'll be easier. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just think there needs to be a way to send home less people and also just have a little collaboration amongst the guys or the girls. I think it would work.
Also, one thing I don't like that maybe they will change come next week, the weekend after, and maybe this is actually a thing that's been happening. I just don't remember it in previous Paradise seasons, but I hate how, first week guys get the roses, the next week girls get the roses, the week after that the guys get the roses, and then the girls get the roses, and
Mm-hmm.
then the guys have the power, and then the girls have the power. Can we not be so predictable? Like it's a little bit like because then there's more gameplay in it, and people are like, "I'm going to use her for a rose," and then when I have the power, ditch somewhere else. Switch it up a
Oh,
bit. So
idea. They should hide roses each week throughout the villa. And then if you find it, you get to give one out at the rose ceremony.
that's literally like now you're just
That'd be
you just want to make Trader Survivor, bro.
imagine like imagine they put like a rose out in the middle of the ocean, like 100 yards out, and it's just we're racing for it.
So challenges for roses. I mean, if you're gonna make it a game, these people are treating it like a game, so might as well make it a game then too.
Add a little gameplay to it. Just saying. All right, so let's move past that rose ceremony,
Yeah.
and then we get Andrew Spencer showing up. Ooh, I
Mhm.
wasn't expecting. I don't even know if they teased him last week. I'm sure they did, but he's another big name that shows
Yeah.
up. And this is where Andrew starts to talk to two people to take on a date. He's between Bailey and Alex.
Yep.
I really thought he was going to choose Alex, and obviously later on, my intuition was right because they seem to be a very good match. Just personality wise, knowing them, knowing Andrew, knowing Alex, it makes sense. A little more than Jonathan, where Jonathan and Alex have never quite connected, and we'll talk about their breakup in a second. Um, I thought he was going to choose Alex. He ends up choosing Bailey, and this is where I think the new production shined through. This was an incredible sequence of events where Bailey goes in. We're following them in hotel rooms because it's raining outside. You have whispers of like, "Oh, he's for sure going to choose you, Alex. There's no way if I know Andrew, he's going to choose you. You're going on a date." To, "Oh my gosh, I think he just chose Bailey," and it's whispers like, "What's going on in the hotel?" And then Bailey goes to talk to Jeremy, and the conversation.
Jeremy.
I mean, he's the star of the show. He really is the star. I think he's won. He's the man of the hour, and he has this conversation with Bailey where he's a little upset
Yeah.
because his reasoning is, "Hey, we had this rose ceremony, and you told me before then like, "Hey, I'm all in on you. I don't
Yep.
really want to maybe explore other things," or I don't know how she worded it, but basically saying, "Hey, I'm all in on this." And then the rose ceremony happens. She gets a rose, and then all of a sudden she's going on a date with someone else. From Jeremy's point of view, he's like, "Oh, did you just do this to get a rose? Did you say that at the last minute because you knew I was conflicted to get a rose? Now I'm worried about that." From Bailey's point of view, she's like, "You just went on a date yesterday with someone. I deserve the right to go on a date with someone now." I see both sides to that. I really do. And when they left it, I was okay. And then there's another half to it. But that part right there, I understood both sides pretty well.
Yeah, I get both sides. I think one, Jeremy was very thrown off guard when Bailey came because I truly do think Jeremy also thought what we thought, like Alex is getting this date for sure.
Yeah.
And so he was a little surprised by that conversation with Bailey. I don't think he handled it the best, to be honest. He said some things that could definitely be taken into like we said, villain edit, villain Jeremy.
I would love
Um,
Village Jeremy. I want it. I want it so bad.
no, we're getting the rumblings of it for sure. We're getting the rumblings of it. But he said some things, and I don't know. I get both sides, but at the same time, it's day 6, day like what, like 6, 7, and like, sorry, I'm so sorry.
I don't get that. Okay, sidebar. I don't understand what that is in the high schoolers I coach. Every time I accidentally say it, where I'm like, I'll number them off and I'll say 6, 7, and they laugh, and it makes me so mad. I don't know what it is. I
I literally
can't.
made a TikTok with Chris. That's the edit. It's like the song, do, like the 6, 7, and then it goes into
Don't
it.
know what it means. It makes me feel old.
Okay.
Continue. Sorry.
Um, but I don't know, Jeremy. You know, overall, we didn't see a crash out from Jeremy. But then after that conversation with Bailey, he's like, "God damn it, where's Susie? Bring
was
Susie
crazy.
back right
He's like,
now."
"Fine,
No,
I
I'm
need
serious.
Susie."
I want Susie right now. Nope. I gave Bailey her shot. I don't know why I'm going Southern.
Yeah. No,
But
that was incredible. That
yeah.
was a switch up I did not see coming. He was
And,
just like, "You know what? I need Susie. I need Susie so bad right now."
and we didn't even see him talk to Spencer, who then spilled the tea to Jess, who told all the girls about Jeremy
Mhm.
wanting Susie and him waking up being like, I kind of woke up. I was like, yeah, I kind of wish I picked Susie.
Yeah.
And now he's
His
calling,
could
and then he goes to the confessional.
Yeah.
We see the conversation with the producer, which I appreciated. We
Yeah.
actually saw the producer's face, and he was like, "Hey, like no," and she was like, "Save it for the confessional." Like
Yeah.
pulls him into the interview, and that's when we get the really cool clip of the
The best shot
confessional.
I've ever seen in a Bachelor production from above the confessional. That was it was like the Truman Show ending when you like walk up the steps and he's entering the world. Like I didn't know this existed. It was so fourth wall breaking. It was unbelievable. I loved every second of it. The overhead shot. I could talk about that for hours.
Mhm.
Chef's kiss. It was beautiful. It was beautiful to see that angle. It was like this is something new. This is something different. But yeah, I know he kept asking. He's like, "Are you sure? Is she still here? Is she? Can we go get her? Can we go find her right now?" And he FaceTime Susie, and we'll call Susie, and was like, "Hey, how are you?"
Pretty awkward conversation, and she's literally about to get on the plane. Like timing wise, like no way. It's like a Ross and Rachel, like I got off the plane,
Yeah,
kind of thing. Um, but yeah, I also the confessional being just in a hotel room, kind of sick. They just use
yeah,
one of the hotel rooms for the confessional, and
just
that
backdrop.
the background is a green screen.
Mhm.
That blew my mind. I thought they were into like that room that just looks really cool.
Looks sick.
Um, to
I
kind of
loved so that conversation happens, and he hangs up as she's about to say something else, and his reaction is like, "Oh, she was going to say something," and then it pauses, and he's just like,
ah.
"Shoot or shoot."
Fuck it, shoot or shoot, and then the we're finally getting the funny names
Yeah,
under the actual
well,
names, like the
title cards. Yeah,
funny little title cards, and that one I think said not
has terrible aim.
has terrible aim. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we complained about that episode 1, episode 2 and
Mhm.
3. We got funny title cards,
So
but
what else do we?
my only gripe with that is that it's in white font, and I think that's kind of hard to read, especially because it's only there for like 2 seconds.
Mhm.
They do the thing where they like make the name big and the title card big for a second, and then it just goes away, and we can't see it. I want it black. I want it the font color black. All right, if you're
Okay.
listening, black, and keep it there for like a second or two longer. Thank you.
They are really funny. Like they're doing a good job.
Mhm.
Whoever's writing them, well done. Like these are some really good titles because they're like taking shots at the contestants. They're not just like they're not subtle shots. It's like you're an idiot, you're being stupid, or whatever. They've been very good. Happy with those. Jeremy doesn't get Susie back, and then Bailey ends up going on the date with Andrew when they do the little coffee spa date, which I think my dream date. I think it's my dream date, to quote Huda.
Cute, and he knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy of a date. They made out in a bathtub. Like, cool.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
So when he took Bailey on a date, I kind of said this on the live stream. Maybe it's like he saw the chemistry with Alex from their first conversation, and I think we saw it too. And maybe it was kind of like I didn't see it as much with Bailey. There's more to her that I kind of want to see if that's
Mhm.
there. And then coming back from that date, I miss Alex. Let me go back to
Yeah.
Alex.
I think it was a I'm not worried about Jonathan thing where let's see if there's a thing here with Bailey. I know I'm attracted to Alex. And so if I need to pull Alex and swing her my way instead of Jonathan, I think he's pretty confident he could do that.
Yeah.
So he's like, let's at least see something with Bailey here and see if there's anything. Which I do want to shout out Alex, unless
Yeah.
anything with a date you want to talk about.
No, but I was gonna say which is complete opposite of what Shawn did in a the next day.
Yes. Yes.
But Alex Jonathan breakup.
Well, before that, or maybe after that, yeah, we'll do Alex Jonathan breakup because these two have been shipped together since day one
since
of
Alex walked in. Yeah, since Alex walked in.
Grant's
Actually.
season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we knew Jonathan was going to be on Paradise. Alex walks in, she's not going to end up with Grant. It's like these two make sense on paper. And she even said that. She was like, on paper, this makes sense, but nothing's clicking. It was so clear to everyone watching. Nothing's clicking here. So it's like, what are we going to do here? How are we going to manage this? And it doesn't work out.
Yeah, and I kind of
wait. This is way too loud.
Yeah, I know. It's like right outside my apartment. Roommate, you good? I kind of thought the whole Alex Jonathan thing was going to be like, it's kind of awkward at first, maybe friends to lovers trope. But then after like 2 or 3 conversations between them, I kind of saw like this is not that. This is not that at all. It is not a, Serena Cordell. It's not a Taylor Landry wannabe. What people thought that was going to happen, the little slow burn as they call it in Love Island or in the real world. It was just not meant to be. It's just they're not together, and they're great people. They're great people individually, but as a couple, they just didn't seem to really vibe. And she shut the door. She was very sad about it. He was reassuring her like it's okay, like that's I think he kind of felt it too. So, but yeah, Jonathan's still looking. He's a free agent, and he is not. I don't want to say struggling.
No, he is.
Yeah, he's struggling. He's struggling.
This I would say this. Jonathan's expectation versus reality for Paradise from both the viewing standpoint and his standpoint are drastically different. I think there were a lot of expectations from us about Jonathan for Paradise, and we're not really getting what we thought, I think. And I don't know who's at fault there. I think Jonathan walked into Paradise thinking, hey, I'm like going to be the man of Paradise, which, to be fair, a lot of the girls wanted to kiss him. He went on 2 dates this week, so he's getting a little bit of that. Yeah. But he really wanted Alex, and it's not going his way. And all of a sudden, he's on the chopping block, which could get very interesting for him.
Yeah, we see him in the preview for next week, like even at the nighttime portion. So I feel like he has to stick around another week after next, but
I don't see a path for
unless they bring in it, like they would need to bring in a girl bombshell. Well, we did see the preview, it was a guy and girl walking in together, which they listened to me. They listened to us.
Was it?
That's what I said,
Oh, I
right?
didn't see.
Because there was one person in heels and one person definitely looked like dude feet. So
Oh, I
I think a guy and a girl walking together, which doesn't the numbers still don't add up there where
yeah.
it's even number, right? No, wait, no, no, because right now Jonathan's the free agent because Jill
Yeah.
and Shawn, yeah, Jonathan. So if it's two people, it's still one guy going home, which is fine. One guy going home is fine.
Mhm.
That's fine. That's not a red wedding like they've done the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. Alex then talks to Andrew, which I appreciated how she handled this. She did it in her little awkward Alex way, but she didn't initially just be like, "Oh yeah, we're good. I'm gonna hang out with you now. I'll start talking with you," because Andrew just could have chosen Alex, and so it's kind of like a, "Oh, this didn't work out with Bailey. Now I'm just gonna go back to you because I know we have a connection here."
Funny how they switch up. Funny how they switch up.
Mm-hmm.
They always come
So
crawling back.
So good for Alex for about 10 seconds denying Andrew. And then literally the next shot, they go to commercial. Next shot, they're making out in the pool. So
Yeah, I mean, we saw it coming. We saw it
yeah,
coming.
we knew it was going to happen. I wish you would have held out a little bit longer just to make them work for it a little bit, but it's all right. I'm happy. I like those two together.
Yeah.
Those two
Could be endgame.
Those could be a problem. That could be
Yeah.
endgame. That could be an
That
endgame
could be
type
really,
situation.
really endgame.
Andrew's another one though, because he's friends with Justin. He likes to self-sabotage too. So that could be they could get close to the end, and I could see him crashing out and finding a way to.
That's fine.
mess it
That's
up.
fine if they do. Did you notice his joke when after they kissed? He was like, "That was a French kiss."
Yeah,
Because she's French.
she's French.
Yeah.
French Canadian.
That was fun. I was like, that was good. That was a good one.
I'm guessing they just talked about it. They probably just talked about how she's French Canadian because the way he like the tone at which he said it made it seem like it was very fresh in the mind.
Yep.
Next up, Shawn walks in. Our guy, our man. He's in our fantasy football league. Friend of the program. He's been on the program. So go watch that interview with Shawn. He strolls in and he's playing this game. He walks in, he sees a chessboard in front of him. He's like, "What's my best move?" He could have gone for Alex. He could have gone for Jill. I think those were his top two options at that point.
Yeah.
And I think he saw a path of least resistance, which would have been Jill, which I don't want to.
You were wrong, by the way. In the live stream, you predicted that he was going to take Alex.
It's true. We were trying to decide who knew Shawn better. I thought he was going to go with Alex and still end up with Jill somehow, but he chose Jill and he went on the date. And that was the path of probably least resistance. He wasn't going to see a lot of bumps along that road. And it's not a knock on Jill because I do like Jill, but Alex.
There's no competition. There's no competition.
Yeah, there's no competition at that point. So he knew, hey, we can see where this goes. And the date goes well. They go on ATVs. And we get some fun Shawn moments of talking about his skincare routine and all that fun stuff. But yeah, date goes well. It sounds like it's just gonna be probably a one rose relationship in both of our opinions, I think. And Shawn's gonna probably jump at the next bombshell that walks in, and it's probably gonna be Alicia.
Yeah, I think so. I don't see that relationship blossoming too much. I do think they both seems presently surprised. Like,
Yeah,
it's all right, but it's no Jess and Spencer. It's no Kat and Dale. Which preview that could be blowing up. Love to see a Hurricane Cat part 2.
Mm-hmm. And then we really don't have anything else before. Well, besides now the Goldens.
The Goldens are here.
Well, yeah. So I was going to transition. The next thing we would talk about would be a Goldens.
Yeah.
So now we can.
Yeah.
Now we can do Golden Hour. Welcome to Golden Hour. Let's talk about the Goldens.
Dude,
so
great name. How'd you come up with that? That's crazy.
Genius.
Isn't that Kathy's podcast? That's Kathy and Susan's podcast. It's called the Golden Hour.
Dang. They're going to copyright us.
Shoot. Oh, shoot. Or they could collab with us.
They could do that. The Goldens show up, and within 30 seconds of the Goldens introducing themselves,
Mhm.
I remembered why I love the Goldens so much, and I was all my worries about this not working with the Goldens on the beach were put to the side. I was so happy to see them. They were hilarious. They have great one-liners. They're beautiful, and I want to protect them. I love the Goldens, and I'm not worried about them being on the beach anymore.
Yeah, 100%. The first 5 minutes when they came in, we got their intros, which I remembered pretty much all of them, but we got a little bit more of their
Mhm.
personalities. And RJ was like, 6'5", blue eyes, man in finance, like I'm your guy.
That was
That
great.
was funny. And then he's like, I have the emotional
Yeah,
stability of a house plant. Who even thinks of that? Who even
it's great.
RJ does?
RJ
Which
does.
we didn't hear him at all during Jones' season. Maybe spoke 2 sentences.
Hmm.
He's already becoming the character. He's getting that Olivia arc of last season, maybe for the Goldens.
He's way more like casual because he was like Jack
Yeah,
was freaking out and he was like, just play the game, man.
yeah.
It's part of the game. Like he's very
He's
cool, calm, and collected.
he's like, yeah, like this girl couple used to just hit my line. I'd come over and do my service, do my thing, maybe lay some wood.
Is RJ the cool? Now that we're talking
He's
about it,
got lore. He's got lore.
he's got the coolest lore. Everything he says is kind of awesome. RJ's the man. He
Yeah,
really is.
he's the man. He's like, yeah, I've got Natasha in the bag. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not even worried. Am I stressing? Like, it's like whatever.
I
It's
bet. I
nothing.
bet he.
It's nothing slight.
I bet he calls her Tosh. I feel like he's
Yeah,
got a nickname. He's like, yeah, me and Tosh, we're chilling. We're cool.
I do think the casting was very. Although they didn't have a lot to work with casting wise, like they only had one season of Bachelor and one season of Bachelorette for the Goldens. I think they casted this first group of men and women
Hmm.
extremely great.
Yeah,
Good mix of like you've got like the Kim, you've got the Jack and the Keith. We also got like the CK and the RJ, you know, and then you're not going to bring in all of the hits day one for the chicks. There's only 4 chicks there, and
yeah,
you got Natasha, sweet fun, and then Kathy obviously is like kind of loud. April, who is just Cat but older, which Spencer
yeah.
said that. I
Yep.
100% agree with it. That is, they seem to be very, very homies. And then obviously Leslie, which we didn't get pretty much
Anything.
anything of Leslie.
Nothing from Leslie, which is fine because I think we're gonna get a lot more. Yeah, nothing from Leslie. Really, nothing from CK either. Our Drip King. I'm a little
Yeah,
worried.
I think he's gonna have a short time
I
unless
know.
he steals Natasha from RJ.
Gosh, dude, being golden on night one, golden. I think he was close to night. He was night two for Jones season. I'm gonna get sad for the night one Goldens that go home.
Yeah,
For the youngins, I don't care. They'll be back on Paradise next year. Like whatever. But the Goldens, oh, that one hurts. That one hurts quite a bit if they go home. So CK, I'm a little bit worried about him, but
and
uh,
Kim or Jack. It looks like there's a
yeah,
little love triangle with Kim, Jack, and April.
yeah,
Both Kim and Jack are fun personalities.
hmm,
That'd be a tough loss night one.
yeah. They
So
they had a little make out in the pool. Jack
not
and
not them too, but
no, Jack and April, Jack and April made out in the pool, which was surprising. That was like, oh, Goldens are here. They're just gonna be doing their thing, and then Kim took his shot, giving a little shoulder rub, little whisper in the ear. Captain Kim, oh Captain, my Captain. This would be
it
fun.
gave creepy uncle vibes. I'm sorry, it gave creepy uncle
It
vibes.
did a little bit, but I'm gonna let the captain cook.
But
See what
yeah,
he's
April
cooking up.
seemed to be into it. So
Yeah, she said
well,
her toes curled.
yeah,
Okay.
she's crazy. April's a wild one. We also got her making a little comment to Jonathan, saying, "My room's the second one on the right." Pulled
Which
through.
we
Which
can talk about that. We Jonathan took that joke way too seriously.
not even seriously, but he's came back immediately, bragged to the group, being like, "Yeah, like April wants to."
Yeah,
Like I don't know, maybe it didn't mean to come off that way,
yeah,
but
he did.
obviously you didn't have to share it like that, and you didn't have to be the first thing that comes to your mouth right when you
Yeah,
sit down. We were like, yeah, April was like, I was like leaving, and then she was like, yo, second room on the right.
yeah. It's like,
And
dude,
I'm like,
yo, I think April
what if
wants to jack up right now.
what if we actually like, unless
Gosh, yeah. So
they're
that
teasing
happened,
that, they're teasing
but
that.
Before that, what I was going to say, other golden stuff.
The game, I
The
guess.
game. We'll just talk about the game.
Yeah.
So we learned a few secrets from people. Um, April had found $500,000 and kept it. Don't know how one does that legally. Like you, do they have to investigate that now? What do you mean you found $500,000? Was
Also
it
just
cash? Was it
could
a
be a
check?
lie. It
Was it
could
a
be a lie.
lottery ticket? I
I
mean,
think
yeah,
it
it could be a lie, but I bet there's a story behind it, but I just don't know what. Like, I don't know how that even works.
she legally can't talk about it.
Seriously. We learned Dale had an OnlyFans for his feet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And then
I'm assuming he didn't run it and someone made it about him.
I think it was just a side hustle. It sounded like he run it in the confessional. He kind of was sort of proud of it and proud of his feats. So I think that was just another source of income.
Okay,
So
fair
good for
enough.
him.
And then what else did we learn? There was one other big one before the final secret. It was
Oh well, it was RJ. RJ.
It was yes, RJ. So we talked about it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
RJ was
A friend to
playmate.
play. Yeah. He described as playmate, which I think
Yeah.
that's the most crazy way to say it. And like, I just think of
Well, I
like,
think it was like an actual playmate, like Hugh Hefner in Playboy magazine, like an
it was,
actual one of those models.
yeah, but so is it like a paid thing? Like, what was he like?
I
Was
don't know.
was
I don't know if I want to know. I think I know exactly the amount of information that I need to know about that situation.
but
Any more makes me think differently.
kind of rocks for RJ.
Oh, it's
Kind
what?
of freaking plays.
Yeah.
That's so sick. That's so lore.
He said
Um,
it so casually too. He's like, "Yeah, they just, they would call me up when they needed my services, and I provided those services."
that's
So sick.
that's game, RJ.
Imagine that's your dad, and that's how you find that out.
Yeah, that would be wild. That would be insane.
That's your grandpa.
Even worse, what if that's your mom, Kathy, and you find out the biggest secret from the night
Mm-hmm.
that she slept with another person while her significant other was in another room of the house. That that's
Yeah.
crazy. And what do you get for doing that? You get rewarded with the VIP room for
Mm-hmm.
the night, which is so ironic that you're going to get a VIP suite for sleeping with for cheating on your partner and while he was in the house. You're going to get the coolest place in the house. Ironic.
Yeah. No, that's tough look, but it worked out, and she ended up taking Keith up to the VIP suite. Which
Oh,
Keith, talking to women, well done. We were
he's
worried.
yeah.
He's been crushing it so far. He crushed that with Kathy, and we'll see how that goes. But we didn't get a rose ceremony tonight on either end. No golden, no youngins, and a big teaser for next week. We'll see kind of what shakes out then. Is it Monday, Tuesday next week?
I think it's just Monday.
Okay, just Monday. So maybe double rose ceremony. Looks like double rose ceremony. And yeah,
I
anything else? Go ahead.
I think well, one there's that little fight with Jonathan and Jill before the end of the
Oh, I
episode.
totally forgot about that.
It
Oh,
seemed so stupid. I don't know. On both sides, I was like, why are we even like talking about this? Like, let's just. Jonathan was kind of like crawling. Was he crawling back to Jill?
I
Like,
think
hey,
he
I
was
kind of need a
going to.
rose.
Yeah, I think like he initially that was his plan, and then it just became a fight. And at that point, once you realize, hey, this isn't gonna work romantically, just back off. Like this is not worth the fight.
Yeah, it was just like both sides. I was just, can we just stop responding? Like, don't just end
Hmm.
this while you're kind of ahead. Um, but then we kind of get the teaser of Jonathan and April.
I hated everything about that. I don't like that.
I like how they at least trying to tease us for the few people that actually will believe that that's something
Mhm.
that's gonna happen. Slash, like potentially April being like, I'm not into these Goldens. I'm gonna give Jonathan a rose to like save him and keep him here, which that would be so sick,
Yeah, I
so
think that's gonna
cool.
happen. I actually no. If April wasn't in the love triangle, I think it could happen. But April's gonna pick one of those guys, Jack or Captain Kirk.
But if that happens at any point in the season of giving your rose to a different generation just to like keep him
Yeah.
here,
Yes,
that
that
would
would
be cool.
rock.
That would
That
be
would
so
really
sick.
rock. I'm very in on that idea of just like I hope they become friends. I really want to see the Goldens, the youngins interact more. I love the advice they give, and I just think they have a lot of wisdom to offer the youngins. So that'd be fun to see. Do you want to run through? Do you have any quotes right now? I think we've talked about most of them.
Yeah,
It's harder to
probably.
keep track of quotes when we're doing the live stream, so apologies. I'll do better taking notes next time.
Jill, right after she walked in, like maybe 5-10 minutes after, she was like, "I would love some fresh meat."
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, "Honey, you just walked in. All
Jill is
these men are new to you. All these men are new to you. Why do you need fresh meat?" Um, Jonathan saying, "I had Wells last night." Uh, that was kind of funny, like like the
yeah.
innuendo. Oh, I guess my like kind of quote was the ad. Um, does the producer of the show like want to be a director, or the director of the show want to be a director of like a horror film
You crushed it.
slash?
Well, I
Because
mean
like
that's
that,
the movie.
I know,
It's straight out of the movie. As soon as they did What Happened or like I Know What You Did Last Summer, I was like, this is gonna be a full ad. I didn't know it was gonna be 2 minutes, but
but like that was a horror film. Like that
it's pretty
was, yeah, and that was kind of cool. I hate being advertised to, and I think they did it in a better way than Love Island did it with the whole CeraVe and whatever other face
good.
moisturizer ads that they did throughout the season. I kind of liked how they did it, and they made a game out of it, and it wasn't like boom, giant QR code, giant ad, giant thing like that. It was subtle. Go get
Yeah.
your bag, Bachelor in Paradise. If
Yeah.
that's what you need to save the franchise, sure, throw an ad or two.
Yeah. No, it was good. Overall, I like the direction we're heading with this paradise. We got a lot of good things here, a lot of fun changes, and just a lot of changes. Period. Where it'll grow on some people. The skeptics who are like, I'm out on this new paradise. I think they're a little quieter this week. I think they are. I didn't see as much on social media where they're like, I bring me back the old paradise. This is what we get. And I think it's good. And I'm excited. So yeah, anything else before we wrap up?
No, yeah, I'm excited for next week, double rose ceremony, hopefully. So
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. If you watched our watch alongs too, thanks for tuning into that. We'll do that again next week, hopefully on Monday for the episode. So if you want to watch along with us, you're more than welcome to. We would love that. And like the video, let us know your thoughts. And we'll see you next time. Peace. Thanks for watching this episode of BachMakers. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider joining our Patreon page linked in the description below. It's $5, cup of coffee, and it helps support us a ton. Thank you, and maybe we'll see you next week.
Yeah, and from next week on the Batchmakers, we shave Wyatt's head off.
Maybe. Only one way to find out.
By tuning in.
That was implied.
Back to you in the studio.
And cut.
Thanks, Julianne.